Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for another episode of JavaScript Mock Interview. This is where I have interviewed one of you, my audience, and recorded the session and put it on YouTube. And today's interviewee is pretty special. He's got special JavaScript talent. You're gonna see in a moment, and we're gonna see how he gets into trouble and gets out of it. This was a great way to learn for you, those who are actively interviewing or just those who are just learning JavaScript. You can learn a lot by watching other people code. So you learn how to not make certain mistakes. And I would recommend having a laptop or a notepad ready next to you so that when I give a question, you can do it simultaneously so you can see how you perform. And so, by the way, if you want to be on the hot seat, if you want me to take your interview, feel free to do so. Just email me and I will take your interview. It could be on JavaScript, React, Angular, CSS, whichever. I'll provide a link here. So get ready for some excitement. Hold on to your seat and welcome to Texit Tutorials. All right. So can you tell me a little bit about what's your level of understanding in JavaScript?
I'm a software engineer. I have worked on many projects related to front end. I have interacted with JavaScript both in applications and mobile applications, also in application like Node.js. I think my experience in JavaScript is intermediate level, not expert level.
Okay, so let's say if I have an array, and it's a number array with all the integers. Okay, I'm just giving you a simple example, but this could be a complex array. Right now this is a ordered array, so I can explain it to you. So I have sorted it, but it could be unsorted. Okay, and if I look at the different possibilities, so if I take one number out and add the remaining number, so let's say if I take one out, right?
For example, 1.
Yeah, if I take one out, so the remaining number is 2, 3, and 4, right?
Okay.
So if I add 2, 3, and 4, I would get 2 plus 3 plus 4. So that's 5 plus 4, 9, right? Now if I take 2 out, then I have 1, 3, and 5, right? 1, 3, and 4.
Okay.
Then I would get 8, right?
Right.
Similarly, I can remove every one of them, and the rest of the number I can add, and I will get a number. So there will be like a minimum and maximum. In this case, it's 9 and 8, but for example, I know that if I remove 4, then I would have the lowest number, right? So I want you to find, so this function should return, array with 2 numbers in it. One is max and one is min.
Okay. I understand you. But before I will go to code, I will explain what I have, what I am thinking in, and later I will convert it to code.
Okay.
The minimum number would result by removing the maximum number from array and summing all the remaining number.
Okay.
And the minimum and the maximum number would result by removing the minimum elements from the array and summing all the remaining number. Is it correct?
Right.
Okay. I will convert my approach to code. Function find min max. It will take an array. isn't autocomplete in this IDE?
No.
Okay, I will use my.
You can Google
my
for functions, yeah.
Okay. I think if we math dot mean dot apply for an array array.
Oh, by the way, your mouse is in the middle, so if you can move your mouse.
Okay. Null, but the first parameter is null. I think when we use apply.
Okay.
I'm not sure about syntax. Var min number. Var.
Oh, by the way, can you move your mouse?
I prefer to
Can you move your mouse? Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Let max number equal max dot apply null, and taking an array, the same array. Okay, this would be I will sum an array. Let sum equal let minimum sum equal minimum sum equal array array dot reduce you use accumulator and item. Can add ACC plus item minus minimum number, and let maximum sum return array dot reduce also accumulator and item, or let the sum of array array sum equal array sum sum minus maximum number and return. I will return the result as an object, minimum sum and maximum sum.
Yeah, you can push array, or that's fine too. Yeah.
Sum equal minimum sum and maximum sum as maximum sum. Okay, I think it worked right now, but can I will.
You can test it. Yeah. Just use alert instead of console log.
Okay. Fine.
Oh, can you move your mouse? I think it kind of blocked out. Thank you. Oh, that's the problem. Find D is missing. Yes.
The call of the function is incorrect.
Yeah, that's why. Now if I run this.
It's coming up with as an object.
I will return JSON.stringify.
Yeah.
I think it would be.
Yeah,
okay.
It's coming now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. As you can see, min sum is 9 and max is 6. I need to find the length of this number. Okay. So the length of this number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, right?
4. Okay.
So equal to 4, right? How can I determine? But I don't want you to convert this number into string. Otherwise, it becomes very easy.
Okay. I think you want to find the length of the number.
Yes.
And you want the algorithm is generic. The length could be any size.
Yeah. So one thing we know that it's not a floating number. It's an integer.
It's integer. Okay.
Yeah, and then the length should be under 16 because if you go over 16, it becomes an invalid number.
Okay. I will tell you my approach, how I'm thinking about it,
Okay.
And later on I will convert it to code as I solve the first example.
Okay.
Okay. To find the length of any number, any integer number, I think we can continuously divide it to 10.
Okay.
When it reaches to 0, for example, 5 divided by 0, it will return, divided by 10, it will return 0 as a result of division. With every division, add 1 to counter. It will return the length of the number.
Okay. Okay, let's try that.
Okay, I will try it. I will try it in 4. Later on, I will find if it can be optimized in better way.
Okay.
Number. Can you move your mouse out?
Okay,
Because
sure.
okay. Number. Number. 0 first, and while number don't equal to 0, we can number equal number divided by 10, and number length number length plus later on number. Okay, I think return number length. Okay, I will call the function as number length is x, and will not console alert.
Yeah.
Why? It's strange result.
Yes, there is some issue. So there is a problem with your logic. Little bit of problem, I should say.
Big problem?
No, just a little problem. Your approach is correct.
Let me think a little about that.
Yes.
If we use var instead of number.
Yeah, I don't think it would make any difference. Var would make any difference, but
One, two, three, four. One number.
yeah, that would give you an infinite loop. I don't want you to sometime.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what is the problem with my code. I think it's logical.
It's a line 5. I know that. So would this ever become 0, or when would it become 0? If you keep dividing number,
zero.
it would not become 0,
Okay.
right?
Let's debug our code.
Yeah,
Can we use console, the plug number?
sure. Or you can use alert. It will just do multiple.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, generally I would not use alert, but here it makes sense because I can see it. Yeah. Okay, so we get.
Oh, okay. It would return.
Yeah, it will keep returning until it's the smallest number, right?
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's the problem.
I see the result. But okay.
Yeah.
But the infinite loop couldn't.
It's not an infinite loop, but it will become until it's the smallest. Smaller than the smallest number.
I think it's better if we use console instead of.
Yeah. Alert is a blocking. Okay, it would stop. I'm just also going through it.
But I think I could fix the issue.
Yeah. So just tell me what would be the number before we stop here.
I think we can if it between if it minus no, it is minus than it's if the number is less than 1, it could be correct, I think.
Yeah. Or what you can do is floor it. Every time you divide it,
we can use
floor
also.
Yeah. So then it will always come to, it will, the number will be always integer, and then it will become a 0.
Okay.
So now let's think about this. Can we improve this algorithm?
Okay, did you
No, I haven't sent a new link, but let's think about it. How can you improve this algorithm?
How can we improve the algorithm?
It's a tricky one though.
Let me think about it a little.
Okay.
Did you mean by using functionality of JavaScript?
So basically, here it's not much improvement. Basically, what happens let's say if the number is a length of 10, right? You have to do
Okay.
you have to do divide it by 10 times, right?
Okay, it's not
So
a big problem.
not a big problem, yes. But there is a way to actually figure it out without doing that. Without it's a tricky one. It took me a while to figure it out, so it may not be that easy. So I'm just gonna tell you, okay?
Okay,
So usually the length of the number, integer in JavaScript is 16.
okay,
Okay, so that's a max you can have. After that, it starts to have some problems, right? So I think it's 16, 18. I'm not sure, but let's say there is a maximum length, right? So knowing that information, can you use that information to find out the length of a given number?
okay. If the maximum length is 16, I could apply binary search, for example.
Yep, yep, yep.
Okay.
You can do binary.
Uh,
That's a great one. Yes, you can do binary search. Basically, do half every time, right? So
okay,
eight four.
it would reduce the complexity of algorithm.
Yep, yep. That's it. That's it. Yep. Okay. So yeah, you can try that binary search. Let me give you.
Number cool. I will assume the maximum number is 1 and and 15 zeros behind it.
Yes. And also, I think JavaScript has a number called a max int, something like that, just in case. Yeah. Right now you can use this, but I think JavaScript has a max integer or something like. I forgot the name of it. It's in a number library. Yeah.
Okay, but can I use the maximum integer in JavaScript or use my number?
Yeah, you can use either. It's fine. Yeah. We just want to see how, because the length would be the same, right? So yeah.
Maximum number. Maximum number. Maximum number. While true.
Mm-hmm.
Let if number.
Can you move your mouse? I think. Yeah.
Okay. If number number hmm. Number. Next number. Okay, I think it's there is something wrong with my approach.
Mm-hmm.
No, not that. Okay. Number of the maximum number if number over maximum number math if math dot floor
Yeah.
and maximum number greater than 0
Mm-hmm.
0, then return not return maximum number would be max number over 2.
Not 2. Because 2 would be one length below.
Okay, divided by they are not. Okay, yes. We can divide it by. I have been on. As this example, we can divide to. Not to the. 2 to power math.
Yep.
Power math dot power POW number
10 to power.
It would be 10. Let me think a little about it. It would be 8-digit 1 and 8-digit. It would be 10 to power 10 to power maximum number lengths 10 to power maximum number lengths over 2.
Mm-hmm.
And maximum number length it would be maximum number lengths over 2.
Mm-hmm.
Over 2. Maximum number. Let me review my approach.
Okay.
Flow. Okay, it's correct. It's correct. But not while if. Okay. If else it can bigger than maximum number in this situation equal maximum number and the number lengths length 0 and 0. Okay.
So how do you exit the while loop?
The while loop, I will exit it by break. When
Okay.
I will figure it how to exit it later.
Okay.
But I am maximum number if bigger than 0. Maximum number would become maximum number dot math dot power POW or power
Uh,
every time. increase by half. I think if by 4, not by not maximum number. And okay, half of the current length. Okay, the current length is if the current length is for example 8, it would be not 16. It would be it would be it would be 12. If, for example, let me explain it what I have thinking about it. For the first loop, if the remainder of the division, if maximum number, if the number over maximum number is less than 0, so we do in the next loop. In the next loop, we go through the length of the maximum number is 8, not 16. And if the number is larger than 8 digits, so in the next iteration, the length of the number would be 12, not 16.
Yeah.
If you understand what I am.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figuring out how to do that. Okay, how to do that? First, we will take the current length, maximum number length, take maximum number length. And maximum number length and add half of that length to the over 2. Is that correct?
Okay, so 8 plus 8 divided by 2.
Could you repeat what you have said? Because
So
I didn't hear you well.
So 8 plus 8 divided by 2.
8 plus 8 divided by 2, it would be 12.
Yeah. So that's what you're trying to do. Okay.
Maximum number. Okay, maximum number. Okay, I think it's correct right now. And with each iteration.
Yeah, this is also the first time I'm thinking about it. I had this idea, but I had never actually.
But I think that this approach is the most optimized approach.
Yeah.
But I have some troubles with the implementation.
So I think the best way to do it is pick a number and then on a pen and paper try to do the math and then see if it makes sense, right? And you can take the two numbers. One is like a length, like below, like length of 1 or something, and take one which is length of 6, and maybe take one which is length of 8 or something, right? So then you capture all the cases. Otherwise, you'll get an infinite loop.
Okay.
So let's look at it, right? So let's say if you take a 6 length of 6. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we are running out of time, but yeah, I think this was great. I really loved it. I'll try to find a solution in my spare time, but yeah.
But I think the best solution for that problem is to convert it to string.
Yeah, I know. This is not a. Yeah, that is the right solution, but I guess yeah. But this was interesting, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and yeah, I would definitely say you have very good a grasp of JavaScript, and your thinking process is. I really like your thinking process. You think in a right direction. So
Thanks.
yeah, I think you should definitely go for better job where I know Syria is I don't know what's the situation there, like are there any jobs available, lots of jobs available in terms of software engineering?
Could you have any advice for me to improve myself, learning something? For example, learning. I am currently want to learn React. Could you advise me learning React or something other than in terms of backend? What did you advise me to learn new technologies or something like that?
Yeah, I mean React is pretty good. I think if you learn like a GraphQL, I think which is really interesting. I'm learning right now GraphQL, or even if you're doing React, you can learn React Native because there's a huge demand
Okay.
of mobile development, right? And then React Native is pretty hot right now. So if you do React, you can also learn React Native. But I would advise first learn fundamentals of React, which is for you it will be very easy. I can see because your JavaScript is very strong. Let's say if you go Angular would be easy
I am
for
very
you as
I am
well.
very good at Angular,
Yeah, but
but when I but the community of Angular is lower than less stronger than the community of React, because
yeah,
we're in the process of searching jobs of the internet. I feel like all companies demand React more than Angular.
yeah, yeah. So I think you can easily learn React. I think you can learn React in a week or so. Uh, I have a tutorial series on React. Feel free to watch it. Learn for the backend technology. Learn something like a GraphQL. And
Okay.
there is a new stack called Grand Stack, or I forgot. You have to search on it, which basically GraphQL, React, Node, and all that stuff, right? So
Okay, it's
uh,
awesome. Awesome.
look through that.
I will learn that stack.
Yeah, that would definitely help you. Yeah, and keep in touch. Yeah.
Okay, I will keep in touch. Thank you so much for the
Okay.
interview.
Hey, thank
It
you for
will
volunteering.
it was awesome interview with you.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you.